Kia ora te whānau. I have to apologise. I'm a day late, or I'm 8 or 9 hours late at least. There's a saying that goes, "Kua pau te hau," which essentially means my breath has been exhausted and I'm really tired. So last night, put the kids to bed, jumped in bed with them. I'd planned to get up, let them get to sleep, get up, get some things done, get this video done. But alas, I fell straight asleep. So this lesson, or this little tip, is coming a little bit late, but that's okay. So today I just want to quickly talk about the 80-20 principle in language learning. So some of you may have heard of the 80-20 principle, and it basically relates to 80% of the results that you can get usually come from 20% of the effort. So for an example, you might look at a football team or a rugby team. 80% of the points are generally scored by 20% of the players, that being the goal kicker and say the top 2 or 3 try scorers. In business, 80% of the results or your income or profit can come from 20% of the effort. So you look at something like Apple. Their biggest product is obviously the iPhone, and they probably make most of their money off the iPhone. Then you've got the smaller products, the iMacs and the iPods and those sorts of things that they're sort of the ancillary products. So how can we use this in terms of language learning? Well, we can look at it in terms of the words that we're actually learning. Now, if we learn if we take every word in the language, there'll be the top 20%, roughly, the top 20% of words within the language will be the ones that are used 80% of the time. So what this is about is focusing on what are those really high frequency words, those in the language itself. So the other day I talked about high frequency words that you're already saying. This goes beyond that and talks about high frequency words within the language itself. So pick out the top 20% of words, and you can generally use those words for 80% of the conversations that you're going to have. So if you jump online, I can't remember the exact link for it at the moment. If you type in like the top 1,000 words in Reo Māori, type that into Google, you'll find a pretty good list. It's listed in alphabetical order, and I think it's also listed out in word frequency. You can download it as a Word file. Now, I'm not saying go and learn 1,000 words, but I think as a rough guide, like the top 200 or top 300, that's a pretty good spot to start. And in theory, if you can learn one of those a day within 12 months, then you're going to have this vocab of words at least. You're not necessarily going to have all the structures in how to use them, but you'll have the words, these bulk, the sort of high frequency top 20% of the words, and then you can use the kia ora tans. You can use those to essentially come up with the 80% of communication that you're going to be having in the day-to-day life. So that's my tip for the day. Jump online. I'll try and find the link and post it in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure if you just Google top 1,000 words in Reo Māori, you should be able to find them. So enjoy the rest of your day. Keep going hard with any te reo that you're looking at, whether you're watching stuff, listening, conversations you're having, posting online, all that sort of stuff. And I should be back on board again tonight with today's proper tip for the day. And obviously this is just a catch up. So enjoy the rest of your day.